Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for 10 rounds, and it will be for the WBO Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship. Brought to you by Frank Warren on behalf of Queensberry Promotions, along with their great sponsors, 32 Red and Unibet. It is sanctioned by the British Boxing Board of Control, steward in charge, Ben Harmsworth, along with the World Boxing Organization. President, Francisco Paco Valcarcel. Supervisor, John Handelar. Timekeeper, Mark Shannon. Our 3 judges assigned will be Nerman Androvich of Luxembourg, John Latham of England, and Amar Sakrawi of France. Our referee in charge will be Michael Alexander of England. Introducing to you first, the challenger. Fighting tonight out of the red corner, he comes to the ring wearing black trunks and weighed in officially at 20 stone, 7 pounds. Coming to us from Krakow, Poland, he brings a professional record consisting of 38 wins, 10 defeats, with 20 of his 38 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mariusz, the Viking Wach. And his opponent across the ring, he is the defending champion, fighting tonight out of the blue corner. He comes to the ring wearing black with gray and weighed in officially at 17 stone, 1 pound. Hailing from Chatham, Kent, England, he had a stellar amateur career and now as a professional is undefeated with 9 wins, 7 of his 9 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the reigning and defending WBO Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion, Moses Itauma!
Right lads, you both know the rules, so let's just have a good, clean fight, okay? Most of all, remember to defend yourselves at all times, alright? Just gloves.
Here we go then, the show rolls on for Itauma. Last 5 fights have lasted 6 rounds. 4 first round stoppages. Could be different here tonight depending on what Mariusz is in here. Itauma, the man Tyson Fury called the future of the heavyweight division, that was once that himself. He had the dream of becoming a heavyweight champion all those years ago. Wanted to be the first man to lift it, wanted to carry on the good work he did, the groundwork that Andrew Galata laid in the late 90s. But he didn't manage to get anywhere close to it, although he had his moments, and he certainly worried Vladimir Klitschko. But this will be a notch on his record, this Itauma, if he gets this guy out.
If he can get rid of Wach early, or at any stage in a fight, I think it's a big statement. I mean, the world heavyweight division is already on notice about how good Itauma is. I'm just looking across ringside here and I see Alexander Usyk watching with keen interest, because it may not be too far away before this kid's an opponent of his.
Yeah, the demeanor remains calm, relaxed. His focus is on the goal. His ability to make it is undiminished. Talking about the current champions being in their 30s and saying, listen, once they're coming to the end of their career, I reckon I'll be able to take them all.
He started really well here. What's really impressive about Moses is hand speed for a heavyweight. There's not too many with hands as fast as his. And he's only a kid. He's still a baby. We've got to remember that. He's still an improving fighter, but he's an unbelievable talent.
I think it's quite plain to see that Wach has clearly loaded on a bit of weight over the last couple of years. And there may be a lot of target there, but there's also a lot of target to absorb.
And I don't know, there's maybe not a scientific reason for this, but I always feel like the guys with a lot of kind of flubber around the midriff take a body shot a little bit better, actually. That might be the case here tonight, who knows?
Well, he's inviting Itauma onto him at the end of a confident first round here. And there's no doubt that he will have seen all the publicity and have seen the fights. He knows the power that Itauma possesses. But such a wily operator. He's got strengths of his own.
That counter's really good, you know, Timber, when he's kind of just Wach's throwing that and he's just stabbing outside it and landing the jab. Lovely jab again.
Tyson earlier on this year. Tyson told him, he said, listen, there are no bums in boxing, you know. You can learn from every fight, especially those that you lose.
10 seconds. Seconds out. Round 2.
He was undefeated for 7 years. Which is what, from 2005 to 2012, which is what got him the fight with the Klitschko in the first place. And you look at the people that beat him, you know, it was only Povetkin in the following 5 years after that. He spent a long time in his career where he wasn't getting beaten. That all, of course, changed back in November 2017. Since he's only won 5 fights since then.
At a point, he was probably seen as a bit of a gatekeeper for world level.
Yeah.
I'd say at this stage of his career, he's probably a gatekeeper for European level. But again, like we've said, I think if Moses Itauma, that was a lovely shot. If he can get rid of someone like Mariusz Wach at any stage in the fight, I think it's a statement.
Again, not taking any major risk, but again, the speed being shown to the full effect. Again, switching from head to body, and Wach is forced to cover up on the ropes here.
And that was what was really good about that combination. He was going forward, but he was going up and down to the body and head.
He didn't know where the attacks were coming from then, Wach.
Something else that I've learned about Moses over the last few months is apparently he is a real student of the game. Like, always watches boxing, always watches the old fighters, studies it flat out. He knows what he wants to do in this game. He knows he wants to be a world champion. And I think the kid will do everything he can to make sure he achieves his dream.
Yeah, and he isn't in a hurry. I want a step-by-step approach, he said. And that was a little open. And down the right, and he goes. Big statement from a big punch.
This is a big man. He just knocked. Look at the size of Wach. He just put him over there like it was nothing.
Feel the power, delivered the power, and he might end this before the end of this round here.
Plenty of time left.
And there's been a look of genuine fear in the eyes of Wach since the start of this fight, and he cannot fend his man off, and the referee is going to stop it, and rightly so. That was taking considerable punishment. and there was nothing coming back. It's another very, very brief viewing of the future of the heavyweight division and the man they're calling the most exciting man in British boxing at the moment.
Absolutely. I mean, I just made a statement about Dennis McCann previous to this, saying that probably the best British performance I've seen this year. Most of the time may have topped it. I mean, we know where Wach's at this stage of his career. He's not the fighter that he used to be. But to blow a guy away like Mariusz Wach inside 2 rounds, as a young man, as a smaller heavyweight, an incredible performance again.
Well, that is absolutely incredible from Moses Itauma. Let's have a look at the way he finished that.
The body, look at how he's switching the shots, going to body and head, not getting carried away with anything. Knows what he wants to do. And the problem with that for Wach is he's no idea what's happening. When the kids punch it from all angles, you're getting nailed to the body, and then one's coming over the top and landing on your ear. This kid has it all in front of him. British boxing's not in a bad place at the minute, is it, Tim?
Yeah, he wanted out of there at that point, I think, because he knew that there was no way back. And all he was going to do was take unnecessary punishment. It was a good decision by the referee to step in, but what a performance. Rhythm, symmetry, sumptuous display of punching power from Moses Itauma.
Like we've said this, it really was a statement. To win this fight, you know, and do it so quickly, massive, massive statement. I think the world heavyweight scene is already on notice of this kid. They all know about him, they all know who he is. I think they'll all be a little bit more concerned after watching that.
And he doesn't make blasé statements, does he? But that quote, which I mentioned earlier when he said the current champions all in their 30s, the one's coming up, I reckon I can do all of them. And I think he's probably right, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, he has a good shot at beating them all of them. But he's still young, and the mad thing is, he's still an improving fighter.
The official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is the official time. 2 minutes 30 seconds of round number 2. Our referee in charge, Michael Alexander, steps in to stop the contest. Therefore, your winner by way of technical knockout, still undefeated and still